Your brain is literally lying to you about your crush. Right now, as you overanalyze their text, rewatch their Instagram story, or convince yourself that the way they said "hey" meant something, your brain is rewiring reality. And the worst part? You don't even realize it's happening. So you want to understand why your brain turns into an unreliable narrator the second you catch feelings? You're in the right place. Because yes, attraction feels personal, like some unique cosmic event that only you understand. But psychology says otherwise. Attraction follows predictable patterns, shaped by biases, reward systems, and mental shortcuts that trick you into thinking your crush is more special than they actually are. And once you see the patterns, you can't unsee them. After looking at brain scans of people in love, researchers found some very concerning things. Romantic attraction lights up the same areas of the brain as cocaine addiction. Plus, I dug into multiple studies on attraction, obsession, and why we get stuck on people. So get ready for some serious reality checks. Here are 3 psychological mind tricks your brain pulls when you have a crush. Number 1, the halo effect. Why does your crush's most basic action feel like the most charming thing in the world? It's called the halo effect, and it's making you ignore red flags. A 1977 study found that when we find someone physically attractive, we automatically assume they're also smarter, kinder, and funnier, even if we have no proof. Our brain just fills in the gaps. A friend of mine, let's call her Sarah, had a massive crush on her coworker Jake, just because he had nice hair and a deep voice. She ignored the fact that he stole her lunch twice and routinely showed up late to work. Why? Because her brain tricked her into thinking he's attractive equals he must be a good person. The next time you're justifying weird behavior from your crush, ask yourself, if someone I didn't find attractive did this, would I still think it's cute? If the answer is no, congratulations. You're under the halo effect spell. Number 2, the scarcity principle. Have you ever noticed that the less someone texts back, the more you want them? There's a psychological reason for that. Psychologists call this the scarcity principle. When something is harder to get, we assign it more value. This applies to luxury items, sold-out concert tickets, and emotionally unavailable people. A 2014 study split participants into 2 groups. One group was told their crush was interested. The other was told their crush was hard to get. Guess which group found their crush more attractive? The second one. Why? Because their brain mistook indifference for value. Suddenly, the person's lack of availability became proof that they were special and worth chasing. If you ever find yourself obsessing over someone just because they're distant, take a step back. Are they actually a great person, or is your brain confusing scarcity with worth? Number 3, the dopamine trap. Ever felt an actual rush when your crush texts back? That's because your brain is treating them like a slot machine. Studies show that random rewards trigger more dopamine than consistent attention. It's called intermittent reinforcement, and it's why casinos use unpredictable payouts to keep people addicted to gambling. Your crush? They're your personal casino. Researchers found that people in love have brain activity similar to drug addicts. The anticipation of a text? That's your dopamine level spiking. The disappointment when they don't text back? That's withdrawal. This cycle creates an actual addiction to the chase. If you're checking your phone every 2 minutes, congratulations. You've been psychologically conditioned. The best way to break the cycle? Start noticing the pattern. Once you do, your brain loses its grip on the obsession. So yeah, your crush might be great, but let's not ignore the fact that your brain is playing tricks on you. But now that you know why, you can spot the mind games before they take over. If this broke your brain just a little, hit like, subscribe, and comment the biggest mind trick your brain has ever pulled on you in love.